So I think it could safely be said that this isn't going well so far. Let's make a diamond sword. And there we go. And pick up some more stone while we're at it. Alright. Bung some torches down at the back of here. Right. So hopefully we're now good to do some work up here. So I didn't die, but I got pretty close. Right. So if my calculations are right, that is the... Oh, didn't want to move that one. So this is going to be our monster drowning channel. It is going to rely on monsters just wandering into it. But that's really the only way you can do it. Alright. So what I need now is an everlasting water source. Unfortunately, I did remember to bring 2 buckets. So this is the idea, it's the same as the skeleton spawner trap. That we have water flowing down. And that pushes all the creatures it gathers into this channel. The spiders are going to get stuck on got that bit wrong. The spiders are going to get stuck on the shelf, and everything else will fall into the deep trench. So it's going to be a little fiddly trying to do this side. And I hope this works, because to be honest, I haven't had that much success with the 3 wide ones. And it's getting dark out. But hopefully it's bright enough in here for nothing to spawn. That was silly. Actually, I want to try something different. I've just had a thought. Things are getting stuck on that shelf. But what happens if instead of putting the water there, I put the water there? Actually, that's just kind of messed it up, hasn't it? Right, so we'll take all this water away. Dig these back out again. We're going to have to start from scratch on this. Sorry about that. Messed it up. Because if this works, it needs to be done on both sides. Right. Take those blocks out as well. And then have the water flowing from there. You see that? Will that actually push things past there? It will. Excellent. Now I don't know quite how this is going to work in the bottom. See, that should still be deep enough to kill spiders. So let's give this design a try and see how it works. Should have brought more buckets, but I can't have everything. So the reason I've changed the design to do this is so that things don't get stuck on the shelves. In the skeleton spawner version of the trap, anything that drops onto the shelf that's to stop spiders going down gets stuck on this shelf. But as you can see with this design, the water flows over the shelf and pushes all the blocks down into the trench. And it's actually obvious when you think about it, because at the bottom of this trench, when the water flows out, things don't get stuck there. So giving the water the horizontal flow first, seems to make it pick the blocks up and take them with it. Right, I'll fill my buckets up. I'd better build myself some steps out and start taking out these torches. And then scramble like mad to get out. Because things have started spawning already. Yep. Right. And we have our first victim in the trap. Right. So, our trap is definitely drowning critters, which is good. Although some of them seem to just sit there for a bit. So put the roof back on. And then go sort out the underside. Where did you come from? Eat diamond sword. Alright, so we've got a hole still over here. And it doesn't need this reinforcement, but it makes it look a bit neater. And I'll put some torches up so that we don't get nasty spawning down here when it's dark. So as you can hear, things are drowning. Now, the loot is just going to end up coming in a big long line, but what I'm thinking is, if I put water in that corner, will it then funnel it down that way? And if I put water in that corner, so it's funneling it down to this area here, which is quite a small area, but we could do with it being smaller, and I think I can do that by picking up that water and extending this out, and then putting our water in those new corners. And that should leave us with just one. So now we have one block that we can put a hopper on. So I will go make a hopper and a chest so we can collect our loot. chest and V for the hopper. And a chest for the loot to collect in. And so the chest is going to go there. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. And the hopper is going to go there. So hopefully this will collect anything that gets dropped into that water. And so it would seem. So that is it. That is our above ground creature spawner. Oh, can't reach that block. Completed. Put down a few more torches, make sure nothing spawns under here. So the chest's empty, and I'll leave that running to see what we collect. I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, and as you can hear, our water trap is doing quite well, managing to kill off skeletons and zombies and creepers quite readily, but like all water traps it seems to struggle with spiders, and I think that's simply because spiders can crawl out. Now you may notice it's a bit narrower as well in this water section, and that's because I shortened it so that I got rid of those little dead zones of still water. But our water trap is working and could be more efficient, I suppose, and we could find a way of getting rid of spiders properly, but at the moment it seems to work fine, well enough for the challenge. So I'll show you why I made that little modification to this front section, and it involved moving this wall forward and putting this corner block one further forward. So now we don't have any still zone in this water, and everything gets pushed down to the hopper and the chest. As you can see, we're getting results from here. So spiders seem to be a bit tricky. I've had a look through the roof by making a hole, and spiders do seem to bob around and be able to climb out. So I think that's just because spiders can climb sheer surfaces and they don't die as easily in water traps. So there it is, our above ground creature trap. Now it's probably a bit big, it should be cut off about there I think, so it's kind of equidistant from the centre point where the water is, because at the moment creatures can kind of lurk around in the back. But it is working, and it does complete the final challenge for this Survival Island map. So next time I'll do a little recap episode and show you all the challenges we did. Thanks for watching.